Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the 227th episode of Twisted Strands. I've got my kitty here. She refuses to leave me alone today. But anyway, welcome. My name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD. And oh Jesus Christ, is Cleo. And she just knocked over everything. Yes, she did. Oh, yes, there's water. Oh, say goodbye, Gracie. Oh, shit. Excuse me. And we're back. Sorry about that, but my cat knocked over my water, and there we go. It's spilled all over the place. But we're back. And I think I got most of the mess. And you got to see Cleo, so that's a good thing. Anyway, yes, welcome to the episode, such as it is. My name is Jeannie, but you can call me JD. And that was Cleo making a mess. And yeah, today we'll have a review of the latest issue of Simply Knitting. And just some, one whip. Hold on. Not one whip. Do I ever just have one whip? No, never. But I do have a finished object, and it's a pattern from the latest issue of Simply Knitting. And that is, I'm going to show the finished object. This is just a really silly little hat pattern. And as you can see, the 12th Doctor is donning a little mini hat. And it was really clever and silly. You can see he's so happy about wearing that. Tell you a little bit about that. It was in the Freebie area. You know how Simply Knitting, for their subscribers and people who buy it on the newsstand, they always have this freebie that comes with the issue. So they had more colors than this, but these are some of the colors I used for the hat. And they had these little sheepy bobbins that you wrapped the very small amount of yarn that they gave you for the hats. And I made the cute little bobble hat with it. And that, move more crap around. Can you tell my life is chaos? What else do you want? I'm trying to get the person who designed the silly cute hat. And doesn't seem, oh, here it is. Kirsty McLeod. And it's just called Little Beanies. And, you know, they give you enough yarn to knit at least one or two of these little hats. And I decided to go with the pink one because I have dolls and I like to put clothing on them. So I'll show you more of this issue in just a moment. Now, for my whips, I'm going to show you... Oh, that's the problem of using the iPad to record. You get distracted by the stupid notifications. Anyway, so Kina of She's Crafty Podcast had knit this really neat hat out of her handspun, and I said I should do something out of my handspun. So I brought up three skeins of my handspun. These are the two that didn't get picked. This one and this one. Even though I love this yarn, there's not enough of any of it to make a hat. It's only 155 yards and it's super drapey and soft. I remember it being a fiber optic it was a pencil roving that I got. And I really love this yarn, but I do not know what to make with it. It's about 155 yards, and it's light worsted. So if anybody knows of any ideas besides fingerless mitts, I'd appreciate it. This one still might be used for the project. It's the Diamond Kerchief Cowl by, I write everything down now, Diamond Kerchief Cowl by Alexis Hoy. And it's using my hand spun, and I'll show you what I chose in a minute. This is some hand spun from my stash. And Cleo is right here. Shall I get her for you? Think we can stay dry this time? No. I think this wound up very lovely. And here's the Diamond Kerchief Cowl. I'm up to row 50 almost. Let me see. 47. Almost. But you can see the shifted colors. Yeah, without the glare, you can see the pretty shifting of colors. So, this worsted weight that I spun years ago, who knows, it is finally being used because I saw Kina using her hand spun. Oh, and that's going to the ground. Do you think these two go together? I think they might. I'd be surprised if they weren't from the same dyer. But anyway, the unwound skein is something I'm going to probably use if I run out of hand spun. This is the seltzer water that the kitty knocked over. Thank you, cat. Oh, let me show you. I have progress. Not a lot of organization today. Oh, come on, where is it? Where did I put it? Oh my god. There it is. Sorry for the extreme close-up of my face. This is the Japanese garden shawl. There we go. By Wendy Johnson, and I'm using Volmice. And I've gotten to the second repeat of Chart B. And I'm super pleased with how this is working up. The rows just keep getting smaller and smaller, and that just makes me so freaking happy because smaller and smaller rows means I'm closer to getting done. And I don't think that the yarn will detract too much from the design. So that's it. I've made a bunch of progress on this. And oh boy, where the heck is everything? Oh, here it is. I found it. I found my chevron scarf. I made a bunch of progress with this too. I'm really enjoying this one because it's just so freaking simple. And you're just carrying the... See? I hope this blocks flat. It's just so bizarre how it looks. I mean, I'm hoping it'll block out really nicely like that. I'm probably going to go until I'm almost out of yarn. But yeah, this is made with Cascade Hollywood and Barocco Comfort. And where's my notes? Oh god. And I've lost my notes, but there will be notes on the podcast and Ravelry group. Please join the Ravelry group, and That's where you can find the latest news and notes and such. I did move up some other old posts, like asking questions and the introductions. So if you're new to the group, feel free to introduce yourself, say hi, and all that. Anyway, I have been spinning. Right now I'm still spinning that gorgeous green superwash merino dyed by Kimberly of Sock Bunny Studios, and that is a real pleasure to spin. My goals for spinning is just to get as much yardage as I can out of a 4-ounce braid. Sorry, my nose is itchy. As much as I can get yardage out of the skein, and to keep it nice and soft, and keep the colors lovely. The color is just glorious, and it's funny that I'm spinning this in March because of St. Patrick's Day. Morristown makes such a huge deal out of their St. Patrick's Day parade, and that was this past Saturday, and Dad and I wanted to go to the library, and it was such a pain in the neck. Oh my goodness, it was awful. But it was kind of funny to see all the people wearing green stuff and dipping about after the parade. So, I don't like parades myself, but hey, let people have their fun, right? So those are my whips, and my finished object and my story about spinning. It seems I'm struggling for goals of what I want to do with my spinning. Like, I want it to be even, I want it to be soft, I want to get as much as I can out of those pretty hand-dyed braids that I've purchased over the years. And I bought a book, and I will do a review either on the podcast or the blog itself. But I did buy the yarn texture. I think it's called yarn texture. It's a mix of the yarn and architecture. And from what I can tell you, it's a lovely book. And I'm going to grab her. This is what you get. This is what you get for knocking over water. She doesn't care. Now you got lipstick on you. What do you think of them apples? Anyway, sorry. Oh, I'm so random today. At least I have energy to talk to you and enjoy talking to you. But let's get on to stuff and junk as I continue rambling. Hold on for just a sec. I'll probably edit that out if I can figure that out. Anyway, this week I got the latest issue of Simply Knitting. So yay! And like I said, it came with bobbins, and they weren't wound. You had to actually separate the stupid acrylic and fucking wind it yourself. I just thought to myself, why didn't they wind it for you? How hard would it have been to tell the company making the free gift to freaking wind it for you? would have made my life easier. They usually do wind it onto pieces of paper for you. The bows are, oh, here's a picture of all the colors. I know I've only been showing you two. There's the rest of them. How did it fare out? Yes. And it came with an extra book that I am less than enthused about. It's called How Did It Fare Out? It's got some simple Fair Isle projects. I was kind of meh about it. I was really excited about the previous issue that had a lace supplement, and that was awesome. But anyway, it's got a few sweaters in it. This one is just atrocious. I mean, I'm all for color in sweaters, but this to me really looks dated, especially with the design of the V-neck. Or is it a boat neck? Or is it just a super freaking wide V-neck? I don't know. It's just not, it's not good looking. Leo, what you doing? Why are you coming here? What? She's just gonna sit on the mouth. Oh, you're bad. Mommy's gonna have to do so many edits because of you. Oh. Here, let me read this in front of you. Sorry. It doesn't have much that I would knit. I mean, I'm not sure how many kids like turtlenecks. But there's that. And that's an attractive knit for a child. And then it's got this really super strange yarn. Ooh. See, now this is a pretty cardigan. It's got the lovely lace detail alongside the button band on both sides. Now the collar is a little wide, but that's okay. We can work around that. But the yarn, why would you want something that would take away from all that beauty there? And are they trying to do a vintage thing? Are they trying to take us back to the 80s? Really? I lived through the 80s. I'm not that sure I want to go back to the 80s. But it looks kind of dated and... oh, this is pretty though. Triangle trend. This is a nice cape. That looks kind of pretty and a bit like a challenge. You know, when I look for something to knit, sometimes I want a challenge. Hence the garden shawl that I've been working on for several years. Oh, this is really lovely. This is the cable sweater. Very pretty. All in all, would I say go out, rush and out and buy this issue? Would I? I don't know. Alan Dart's got some... I really like the cat. I want to do the cat. It's Hey Diddle Little, the cow... No. The cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. And so on and so forth. I only like the violin with the cat. But, you know, with Alan Dart's toys, it's all about the details, and the details are just so pretty and cute. Oh, and it's got some really... it's got more freaking hats to knit that are really super tiny and are supposed to fit on the top of a bottle. You know I'm going to knit some of these just for my dolls. Maybe just to embarrass Mr. Capaldi's doctor a few times. They've got a strawberry and a sheep hat. Trying to obscure the pattern here. But yeah, I mean, these are pretty awesome little hats. So if you like knitting little hats, this is the issue for you. Let's see what else. Over in the UK, they seem to have a charity called, oh dear, Helping Age UK. So, innocent, this drink called Innocent. I don't even think we get it. Lovely hat here. Made with chunky weight, so you know it'll knit up quite quickly. So that would be a delight. Oh, and they've got 3 easy knits, perfect for beginners and TV knitting. You all know how much I do TV knitting and podcast knitting and so on and so forth. Yes, the magazine got wet when she knocked over my water. It's one of those nights. Ooh, that looks warmer than a winter jacket, this poncho. So far, so good with this issue, I guess. I love the yarn reviews that they have where they knit a sample up. Now, that's far better. Pillow. So if you like what I'm showing you, go for it. This is super cute. I really like the zebra teapot cozy. That is just so funny. I think it's adorable. I think that's it for this issue. Pattern-wise. Oh, God, that awful. They give you the charts for the god-awful sweater. Ugh. That is just a travesty, that sweater. Stop! God, there's food in your bowl, I swear. I also got my Ipsy bag this week, but because I'm running out the mouth today, I think we'll just stop the podcast in a minute instead of going on to makeup. But in case any of you are curious about this bright, pretty color on my lips, it's from ColourPop. And it's a decent company, and it's called I Love This Matte. See? Anyway, it's a really pretty, bright color. So, that's a favorite. And what have I been reading, watching? I've been looking over some newly purchased books. I purchased Knitting Ephemera, which is by one of my Facebook friends and a diary I admire. Her name is Carol Sokowski. I hope I got that name right. And of course the Yarn Architecture book. And I haven't touched my fiction book, but I did get another issue of the Needlepoint Mystery series, the latest one, I should say. And Dangling by a Thread, I think, is what it's called. So I'll be reading that too soon. And watching a lot of Let's Play Sims. A lot of episodes of Let's Play Sims by Matt Shea. And that's his YouTube name, Matt Shea. And K-Pop, which is K-P-O-P-P. And, knitting podcasts. Or FlossTube, whatever I can get. But a lot of my time was sucked away by the nor'easter that we got this week. Tuesday hit us really hard, and I did a lot of shoveling this weekend, and that took a lot out of me. And everything is freaking sore. My hands, my shoulders, my back especially. But fortunately for me, it hasn't taken away my ability or desire to craft. So I'm going full steam ahead with that. And let's see. Oh, we went to Joann's. Oh, I got some really cute fabric for some PJ bottoms. And this is my big thing. One of these, it's a floor stand, magnifying glass and light for the cross-stitching or maybe even mini crochet. I belong to Crochet Attic on Facebook, and there's this one member that posts these things that she can balance on her fingertips, and they're the cutest little toys, and it's just amazing.
So, yeah, we'll see where that goes, but mostly for cross stitch, which I haven't touched all week. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks. Anyway, that's it for this week. I feel like I've been rambling and being full of stops and nonsense and losing my notes, then the magazine, then my project, and all that. So, I think I better quit while I'm ahead. Or am I behind? I have no idea. Anyway, the doctor and I wish to remind you that whenever you're doing crafts, from the simple and silly to the sublime heirloom knit or crochets, you are making the world a more beautiful place. And for that, I thank you. Please join my Ravelry group and subscribe to this podcast. Give a knitter her needles and subscribe to my podcast, please. And I will see you in a week. Thank you. Bye bye.